African elephants are the largest land animals on Earth, with ancestors inhabiting African savannas 60 million years ago. Their structure and body shape are amazing, and their high level of social development piques the interest of any researcher. Elephants are the world's last remaining trunk mammals. Mammoths and mastodons, for example, became extinct roughly 10,000 years ago. The elephant is one of the most intelligent animals on the planet. These enormous creatures have complicated behaviors and a distinct social structure. They grieve their herd's deceased relatives and have been known to cover their bodies with leaves. They assist other animals in distress, have remarkable memories, and can learn complex routines. Elephants' social lives revolve around a herd led by the oldest and most experienced females, known as the matriarch. The supreme elephant, along with her sisters and kids, leads a herd of up to 100 elephants. The matriarch is selected based on her leadership talents, knowledge, and skills, as well as the amount to which she has developed natural instincts and good character. The matriarch spends her entire life with her herd. During the dry season, she is in charge of seeking water, caring for young elephants, and protecting her clan from predators. Nothing is more vital to elephants than herd social relationships. These incredible animals care about each other not only to protect themselves from predators, but also to form incredibly powerful emotional ties. These colossal creatures have a life expectancy of 50 to 70 years. The size of the elephant herd is mostly determined by the available resources. When food and water are always available, elephants can congregate in large groups of up to 100 individuals, known as clans. If the herd becomes too large, it can fragment, with several elephants splitting off and forming a new group. They sometimes meet at a watering hole and have an emotional and love-filled meeting before dispersing. Male elephants who live separate from ladies and younger elephants conduct bachelor-like lives. Male elephants are more preoccupied with mating than female elephants are with training the next generation. They must, however, travel a vast distance before they can achieve this. Elephants under 30 years old rarely mate because an older male drives them away from the group. After puberty, the male elephant between the ages of 12 and 15 becomes independent of his mother and abandons the herd totally. During this moment, its testosterone level increases tenfold, and it becomes extremely aggressive. The temporal glands behind the eyes are swollen, and urine is produced continually as it walks. The elephant promotes his outstanding physical health and readiness for mating in this manner. Male elephants can roam alone or in groups with a particular order of power. Males are more inclined to congregate in herds at times of food scarcity or when predators are around. Elephants develop separate herds of females and men in this manner. These groups rarely interact, and their interactions are mainly limited to reproduction. That is, male elephants only come into touch with female elephants when they wish to mate. In nature, there are also instances where females and males, as well as orphan elephant calves, coexist and form a separate group. This occurs in the event of a threat to elephants' lives or other perils, indicating the adaptability of their social arrangements. When a female is ready for sexual activity, She makes certain sounds that attract males. If multiple elephants respond to those noises, they may compete for the female. The African elephant is typically pregnant for 22 months. She carries her baby for approximately 2 years. This is the longest gestation period of any mammal. Female elephants give birth to twin elephant calves on rare occasions. This happens in less than 1% of elephant pregnancies. Elephants are born weighing between 90 and 120 kilograms. Surprisingly, most elephant births take place at night. An astounding 99% of elephants are born in the dark. Researchers believe this is an evolutionary habit developed by these giants in order to shield their kids from predators and give birth in a safe setting. From birth until roughly 2 or 4 years, the mother will suckle her calf with milk. Elephants are considered dependent during this time and are cared for by the mother and other elephants in the herd. If an elephant calf is in danger, the female produces a loud trumpet sound, and the herd creates a protective ring around the calf to drive the predator away. Elephant social structures can be compared to those of humans. Elephant calves require extra care. They rely on their moms and herd members for many years, constantly study the world around them, and learn new skills to pass on to the next generation. Researchers from the United Kingdom, Finland, and Myanmar recently discovered that having an elder sister has a considerable positive impact on the growth of elephants. Scientists researched the long-term effects of siblings on young elephants and discovered that an elephant raised with an older sister is more adapted to survival and has a higher degree of reproduction. Elephants raised with older sisters, in instance, began reproducing at least 2 years earlier than elephants raised with older brothers. Because of the great level of responsibility necessary to raise each individual elephant, the herd members ensure that the younger generation is raised with the highest care. The elephant calf requires a lot of food to grow up strong. Every hour and a half, these young giants are fed mother's milk. As they get older, they start eating grass and vegetation. Elephants are herbivores, and their only source of nutrition is plants. Elephant consumption and diet. Each day, an adult male or female elephant consumes up to 300 kilograms of leaves and grass. At the same time, the elephant's weight might reach 6 to 7 tons. The elephant is not just the world's largest terrestrial mammal, but also one of its strongest. African elephants can carry up to 9 tons of freight and lift weights greater than their own body weight. Feeding and consumption habits. Elephants must constantly seek and consume food in order to sustain their gigantic bodies. They graze and search for food for 18 to 20 hours every day. However, about half of the vegetation consumed is not digested by the elephant's body and is simply excreted. This demonstrates the limitations of their food source. Elephants drink a lot of water, between 100 and 180 liters a day. Dietary variety. Elephants will consume nearly any vegetation, including tree barks, savanna grass, fruits such as mangoes and figs, plant roots and branches, flowers, leaves, local crops such as rice, bananas, and sugar cane, and even soil, to enable salts and minerals into the body. Their trunks, which are the most amazing section of their body, absorb food. The incredible trunk. The trunk serves as a hand to hold objects as well as a long nose for sniffing, breathing, and trumpeting. It's fascinating to note that baby elephants comfort themselves by sucking their trunks into their mouths, similar to how children suck their fingers. This enables elephant calves to learn their trunks, strengthen their muscles, and improve their control. Communication via the trunk. Surprisingly, newborn elephants do not know how to use their trunk. They lack muscle tone in that area of the body when they are born. Elephant calves must therefore train extensively to build the strength and agility of their trunk. They strengthen it by swinging it back and forth in the water. They can't suck up water to drink until they achieve full control, so they have to stoop down and use their mouths. Trunk abilities that are versatile. The trunk is as distinct as it is sensitive, delicate enough to pull grass from the ground, but strong enough to rip limbs off trees. Elephants can suck up to 14 liters of water in their trunk at a time and then press that water into their mouths to drink. Elephants use their trunks to shower themselves with water and mud during washing. The elephant's trunk's power. An elephant's trunk contains 40,000 muscles. Humans, on the other hand, only have roughly 600 muscles covering our complete bodies. The elephant's trunk is exceptionally powerful and flexible, with 40,000 muscles providing it with a vast range of motion. An elephant's trunk can support up to 300 kilograms of weight. It can readily rip off tree bark and pull big branches into its elephant movement and legs. Elephants' amazing endurance and survival capacity appear to be an incredible achievement. Such long distances necessitate strong legs. Elephant legs are unusual, almost prehistoric in shape. At first appearance, it appears that their legs are not designed to keep these enormous creatures standing. Despite their weight, elephants travel almost softly over long distances. This is owing to the fragile cartilage lining of these giants' legs. Elephant legs become unique as a result of this physical trait and are suited for extended daily trips. This soft fat pad covers the elephant's foot bones and fills the gap between their toes. It aids with weight distribution while walking, reduces slippage, and muffles the sound of steps. Elephants walk on their tiptoes because of this pad on their feet. There are concealed toes inside the cartilage lining that help to relieve pressure on the bones of those legs. If you look closely at the elephant legs, which resemble stumps, you'll find that they have 5 toes attached to them, complete with nails. During extended walks, elephants' feet's large, wide, and rounded nails get braided. They are made up of very thick keratin, which is a solid yet incredibly flexible protein. Elephant behavior and movement. Elephants, despite their tremendous weight and bulk, move fairly quickly. African elephants can travel at speeds of up to 40 kilometers per hour. Elephants, on the other hand, usually keep at least 1 foot on the ground. They require this to stabilize their massive, heavy bodies while running. Because of this, the elephant's steps resemble a fast stroll, and scholars debate whether elephants can run at all. Elephants as environmental engineers. A case study. Elephants are referred to as mega gardeners and environmental engineers. They disperse seeds and keep the soil from being overrun with plants. Elephants disperse the seeds of plants such as acacias, marullas, and baobabs because they walk large distances. The seeds are digested and may wind up in a pile of elephant poo thousands of kilometers away. This spontaneous plant translocation is beneficial to biodiversity. Elephant-killed trees provide food and habitat for small creatures such as rats. Conservation and difficulties. Africa is home to 415,000 elephants. In a single year, an elephant produces more than 40 tons of excrement. Elephant feces are the most commonly utilized in the world. Elephant poo is mostly fiber since elephants only digest half of the food they consume. Almost half of elephant dung is easily available cellulose, making it suitable for paper production. Dung fibers are crushed into cellulose, which is similar to wood cellulose, and then formed into sheets. A typical elephant may make enough dung each day to cover 115 sheets of paper. Although the texture of such paper differs from that of regular paper, it is an excellent invention for environmental preservation because it reduces the destruction of trees. Elephants produce biogas due to their herbivorous diet and the massive amount of dung they shed each day. Their waste contains enough energy to generate gas, light, or heat. Scientists found that the quantity of methane emitted by elephants in a single day is enough to drive a car 32 kilometers. Ivory poaching and trade. As we can see, elephants not only serve as mega gardeners for the environment, but they can also assist humans in resolving environmental difficulties. Despite this, poaching continues to be a big issue for the elephant population. Poachers kill 35,000 of these giants each year in Africa for their tusks. They then illegally sell it and use it to produce minor items such as jewelry. The demand for ivory in some parts of Asia drives this trade. Despite the 1989 worldwide ivory trade ban, African elephants are still being slaughtered in significant numbers. Massive tusks on both sides of the trunk are actually massive teeth that extend far beyond elephant jaws. Elephant tusks, like our teeth and the teeth of many animals, have deep roots. Much of the tusk is made up of hard bone called dentin that is covered with enamel. This ivory is both beautiful and decorative to elephants, but it is also critical to their life and the survival of the entire species. Tuskless elephant evolution. From a chemical standpoint, there is no distinction between a tooth and a tusk. However, ivory remains the most important business that contributes to elephant poaching. Instead, the tusk's value is mostly determined by cultural rank and scarcity. Due to the difficulties of hunting elephants in ancient times, as well as the fact that these giants are found in relatively low geographical density, ivory products were valuable assets. Because ivory is easy to produce souvenirs from, it has become a desirable exotic item all around the world. Elephants have developed as a result of the evolutionary pressure of poaching, and an increasing number of elephants are being born without tusks. The unusual genetic mutation that resulted in the loss of tusks has grown ubiquitous in some African elephant populations. Elephants with tusks were hunted in Africa from the 1970s through the 1990s, whereas elephants without tusks were left alone. This caused elephants to pass on the genes for tusklessness to their descendants. This characteristic, according to researchers, is a defensive mechanism that can safeguard elephants from excessive ivory hunting. Tusk's importance. Tusks form from the elephant's teeth, giving the species an evolutionary advantage. Elephants use their tusks for a variety of tasks, including digging wells, picking up things, tearing bark off trees, and defending themselves. Tusks also shield the trunk. Elephants have a dominant left or right tusk, similar to how humans are left or right-handed. It is frequently more worn as a result of frequent use. Elephant calves lose their first set of tusks about a year after birth, just like babies lose their first teeth. Elephants begin to sprout tusks when they are 2 years old, and they continue to expand in size until the elephant is completely grown. Elephants with larger tusks frequently use them to scare male competitors during mating season or to transport weights. Elephants also have a unique ability to make their own tools, and their tusks play an important role in this process. Elephants utilize branches to swat away flies and fan themselves from the heat, and they rip and change the size of the branches using their tusks. Elephants can use their tusks for a variety of activities, demonstrating their incredible intelligence. Elephant lifespan and teeth. Elephants are one of the largest animals on the earth, thus we should expect their teeth to be rather huge. Except for the big tusks, you won't be able to see their teeth if you gaze at them. The giants appear toothless at first glance. The nutrition of animals is the most important element in defining the shape, number, and size of their teeth. Sharp teeth, particularly the canines, are suited to ingest meat, whereas flat teeth are excellent for chewing plant food. Elephants are entirely herbivores, with the exception of the occasional insect or bird egg, which they may mistakenly swallow by eating a lot of plant stuff. That is why elephants have only flat molars. These teeth are massive and diamond-shaped, each roughly the size of a brick and weighing 1 to 2 kilograms. Elephant teeth deteriorate as a result of the mastication of massive amounts of leaves, grass, fruits, and branches that elephants must consume in order to maintain their energy levels. As a result, new teeth emerge to replace the old ones. When an elephant tooth wears out or falls off, a new tooth grows in its place. Elephants can alter roughly 150 teeth in their lives as a result of this procedure. Simultaneously, tooth loss is the leading cause of death in elephants over the age of 60. Elephants cannot chew food correctly without teeth, which causes them to starve to death. Elephant sleeping habits. Elephants live primarily during the day, which means they do not sleep during the day. Their sleep schedule, however, is affected by their surroundings. African elephants sleep in multiple little bouts. They spend roughly 18 hours a day in the savannah seeking for food, but they can sleep while standing for 5 to 30 minutes at a time. Elephants often sleep between 1 and 6 o'clock in the morning. They can sleep as little as 3 hours per day if necessary.